Hey everyone, quick video today. We're still putting up our hay around here, so I'm still pretty busy, but I wanted to fill you guys in on a project that's been in my head, and a truck you've seen on the channel a couple videos back, the little short bed F-100 1967 truck that was a Southwestern Bell truck. I've been kind of brainstorming on what to do with that. When we let that video off, we were talking about putting it on a highboy chassis and doing kind of a patina build. But since then, I came up with this idea to use some spare parts I have around the shop and make a short bed truck out of this thing and make a little hot rod, lower it down, put some good suspension under it, and a real big power plant. So that's kind of my thoughts on this thing. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. The biggest hurdle with this idea is the bed. We obviously don't have a bed that matches the patina on the front of the truck, so that's the biggest hurdle if we're going to do a patina build on this thing. Originally, this truck had a utility bed on the back, and I would really love to put that back and have a slam down utility bed, like work truck looking truck that's slammed down with some nice wheels and tires and a big old power plant in the front. But finding a short bed, old school short bed utility box is quite hard. And when you do find one, they're all beat up and rusty, and obviously the paint doesn't match, so you'd have to do something to match the paint. So I'm kind of up in the air on this thing. I had it all planned out in my head, all of it except the bed. So it's really been a struggle trying to come up with an idea. I mean, I could paint a short bed and try to match the patina, but well, I'm not very good yet with paint and body, or I'm still learning, so I'm not sure how good it would turn out, especially doing a like a fake patina type paint job on it where it takes a lot of skill to make it look right. I probably wouldn't be able to accomplish that. I could probably make it one color and make it look decent, but the bleeding through all the different layers and stuff, that's going to take some skill and some practice. So that might be a little bit more time consuming and like pull my hair out kind of a project that I'm looking for this thing. I was kind of looking for a quick job on this one. I know the interior would need to be completely redone, so I was planning on repainting the interior just because it's kind of grimy. You could probably clean it up, but stuff like down there I'd want to paint, and I just would want to strip all the interior down and repaint it just to make it look nice, so you're in a nice place in the inside. And the floor pan does have some holes, unfortunately, after I got it cleaned out. So right there's one that I found. So it needs some floor pans, but other than that, this thing is really nice. And I thought the patina on it is really cool. It's just this bed is not matching. So let me know what you guys think on that. Like I said, I would love to put a utility box on it, but just finding one that matches and it looks the parts being real tricky. I tried to track down the guy I bought this from. He got a hold of the guy he bought it from and asked about the utility bed, and he said that's a no-go. That thing's long gone. So unfortunately, I couldn't find the original. But I'll keep searching. But I'm going to show you guys my thoughts with it. You might have seen it in a little short video I made, posted on the channel about a month or so ago. I kind of gave a little sneak peek of what I was thinking there. So I've been posting a lot more short videos on there just to kind of do something different and give you guys a little bit more content and some stuff that I've already posted on Instagram. So I thought I'd upload it to the YouTube channel. So I hope you guys are liking that. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about those. If you like them, if they're getting annoying, I'll stop. But that right there is what I was planning on for that little short bed. This thing is a, you've seen it on the channel before. We got it on another truck buy. This is a 600 cubic inch big block Ford 460 base. It has a Ford Motorsports block, all just forged pistons. It's a street motor. It's 10-to-1 compression, and it runs on pump gas, and it makes 800 horsepower. So this thing is pretty rowdy, and a nice street engine. It even has AC on the front end, so we could put AC in it. Holley fuel injection. It's a pretty nasty motor, and I don't have a plan for it. I don't have anything to put it in of my own. And yeah, I even tried to sell it, and I didn't get much luck, trying to sell. It's brand new engine, only has dyno tuning time. But when you're trying to sell something, especially something I didn't build myself, it's pretty hard to try to get the value out of something like this. If I even thought about putting this thing back on the dyno just so I can get a dyno sheet and prove that it runs and what it makes the horsepower. Otherwise, you're just taking someone's word for it. So that's why I kind of thought if I put this in that short bed truck, it would really help me get the value out of this engine that it needs, or it deserves. and I'll be able to make a really cool project in the end, because this engine and that little short bed would be a pretty rowdy setup, in my opinion anyway. But my next hurdle was transmission, and I was kind of working through my options on that, and I kind of came up with a adapter plate with either a 6R80 or a 6R140 if I can find something to control it. The 6R140 is going to be way bigger, but it's going to be way tougher, and it'll be able to handle the torque this engine makes. The 6R80 is going to be a lot more light duty. It's a half-ton transmission, and I'd kind of feel like I need to beef it up a lot more, at least, some parts, the converter and some other stuff, the input shaft maybe. I'm not real sure. I'd have to talk to some experts on that. I'm not real big, I don't really know a lot about the 6R80s and how much power they can take. I've heard for some people they can take over 1,000 as long as you don't beat on it, and I've heard some other people, 800 is all it'll take, 500 is all it'll take, but it all depends on what you're doing with it, I think. On this little short bed truck, since you don't have like big drag radials in the back or big slicks in the back and you're not launching it hard, anytime you try to put any kind of power through it, you're just going to blow the tires off of it. So it's not going to be stressing the driveline parts as much as if like you're racing it. So it's kind of, I don't know. If I can find something to control the 6R140, I would much rather put that behind this thing, because I know it'd be way tougher. That's the big diesel 3/4 ton transmission. The only problem is there's not really anything that I know of that could control that engine as a standalone, or the transmission as a standalone form, even though it should be very similar to the 6R80. I know the quick shift guys that make the standalone controller for the 6R80 mentioned on there that it can control the 6R80. They just don't have the tune set up for it, and if there was enough interest, they would work on that. So I don't know, that was a while ago when I saw that. Maybe they have something set up. I'll have to get a hold of them and ask them. But let me know what you guys think. It did have a manual transmission on before, but it was a ZF6, which is not what I would pick for this short bed truck, big clunky truck transmission. You might do like a Tremec kind of transmission, but you'd have to have one that's really stout to hold up to this thing. And I really didn't find many options for the big block floor, but maybe I wasn't looking in the right spot. So if you guys have any ideas on this project, either the bed, for one, I need to figure out something on the bed. What would you do there? And the transmission for this engine on this little short bed truck, I'm kind of open for ideas on this thing, because this is kind of out of my wheelhouse. I'm more of the four-wheel drive, traditional truck kind of a builder. So this is it's kind of something a little different that I'm used to. I mean, obviously I'm used to performance stuff, because here's our race car here. So I am versed in performance stuff and making stuff with big power work, but just making all the little, like, what will work with this engine and all that kind of stuff is a little different to me, because all my performance background is in diesel. I did a lot of diesel performance stuff, and those diesels are really hard on parts, so I'm used to that, and they make a lot of torque, which this engine will. So I know that is what destroys parts, is that torque. So this engine is probably I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit too much for the 6R80, because that would be the easy step, because I can adapter plate for a 6R80, get a 6R80 out of a junkyard, a takeout engine, and get a quick 6 controller, and yeah, you're going to town. But then you might be eating up transmissions. I don't know. We'll have to see what the 6R80 can handle. But anyway, guys, let me know. This quick little short video. I want to give you a little update video, since I'm not really working in the shop much. And let me know down in the comments what you think on that short bed, and about the transmission options for this engine. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked this little short update video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.